Welcome back to the V4 Future Sports Festival. You join us at the later stages now of our finals day here. Win Wednesday, we've called it. And I tell you what, it's absolutely delivered. 3 teams remain here live in Budapest, Hungary. You're joined by myself, Brandon Smith, and that man, Richard Buckley. 2v2 at FIFA 22 esports action. We've been bringing you for 3 days. And by the end of play today, we'll have a champion, Richard, here, picking up that check and the trophies. It's going to be a big one.
We certainly will. There's 3 teams left. Hungary are in the grand final, waiting for their next opponent. What we need to do in the meantime is find out who will be playing them. Let's have a look if you've missed any of the action and catch up to date with the winners and losers bracket to the current standing point. Molnagabo and Chris Madge, the Hungarians, are waiting in the grand final. They're guaranteed a top 2 finish. The question that we have to find out, however, will it be the Polish or will it be the Serbians who are meeting the Hungarians in our grand final?
Yeah, and as you just rightly said, Richard, we just saw golden goal. If you missed the last game, if you have just tuned in now, make sure you stick with us because we're into our final 2 games here in our finals day. It's the duo of Lizek and Bajot, and of course, Kruna Alex and Bristomir battling it out for a top 2 guaranteed finish. €5,000 guaranteed, and more importantly, the loser of this game picks up a bronze medal. Of course, the top 3 is still something to be proud of, but you want to be in the grand final, don't you?
Yeah, you want to have the chance at the top prize, at picking up the big bad trophy itself. Lovely collection of medals right there. That's what's going to be going to the top prize, the gold medal. As you can see, it shimmering away here in the studio. I mean, the silver looks nice as well, but it's all about gold when you are taking a top 3 prize.
Yeah, €11,000 on the line as well. And a chance to write yourself into the history books for a tournament at a 4-year wait. FIFA 18 was the last time we had a V4 Future Sports Festival for FIFA tournament. So it's lovely to be back for FIFA 22 and in this new 2v2 format. Well then, the stage is set for this one, Richard. And it's going to be the Serbs up against the Poles. The Poles have not had a long break at all. We just saw them next door in the catering room where we all were, just quickly getting some dinner on board. They've not got a long break. The Serbs have had a good hour or so off to prepare for this one.
Yeah, I think the big thing for me coming into this game, both sides lost golden goal results. So Serbia came off the back of a golden goal. Poland came off the back of the golden goal. We're going to let Poland have a couple more minutes rest because the Serbians are already on their way to the stage right now. Well, there you see the Serbians are making their way to the stage. Krun, Alex, and Bristomir. That's what they're battling for. The loser of this game takes home a bronze medal. The winner has the chance for all the chips on the table, a gold medal and a title to take home with it.
Yeah, well, the other team they're up against are off the back of a very difficult golden goal defeat. After a 4-3 thriller in the end, it is the Poles, and they're on their way to the stage right now. Well, there you go. It's the teams that are back, and this is a rematch and a chance for revenge for the Serbians. They were knocked down to the loser bracket in the first place by the Poles after a 2-1 narrow defeat in... I mean, you look back on that game, they didn't do enough, the Serbs, did they, back then? They've had a long time to take a break now, to revise those games, to revise what went wrong, but also what went right in their game against the Czechs, because they did knock the Czech Republic out of this tournament to save their tournament status and to give them a chance in this loser bracket final that they find themselves in now. They could still make the grand final.
Yeah, they certainly could. Look, to be honest, today I'm not really looking at too much. I'm not looking at the results. I'm not really looking at the scorelines, because every single game has been separated by 1 goal. In 2 of those games, it's been golden goal. So it's literally been the smallest of margins that have separated wins and losses today. I'm not reading too much into it. I'm not reading too much into the previous meeting. This is a one-off game. This is a losers bracket final. The winner of this faces Hungary in the grand final.
Yeah, absolutely, Richard. And we are underway for this one. 2 legs of FIFA as always. Aggregate scoreline will be the judge of who will find their way into a grand final. Either way, it's going to be a rematch for both of these teams, because they've all faced each other, whether it's in group play yesterday or in the playoff bracket. It will be the Poles to kick things off with an early warning shot fired at Petr Cech, who will remain busy as ever, as the Serbs will kick from right to left with Bristamir and Krunalex forbidding an unbelievable duo they have done. R9 tries to twist his way in the box there, defended well. It's the first couple of warning shots that the Serbians will have to deal with. They do deal with it just about, though.
Yeah, certainly the first shot from outside the box, never really going to be troubling the goalkeeper. The corner was dangerous. He got into a good area, but he just fired the ball too quickly into R9, wasn't able to control it. And a good little opening spell from the Poles.
Chance, Ginola found the idea. Mbappe was peeling off. The ball just wasn't there, though.
He's in.
Could be a chance. The Poles. It's Mbappe. Time green. And time to perfection from the PSG striker. I thought the angle was too tight.
It's a cracking effort across goal, I'll tell you that much. Super strike from Mbappe. They were just as surprised it went in as we were. I think that was all Lysek as well. The strike across goal, killing Mbappe. Dream timed, all power, no finesse.
And I think that's what you get from a duo like this. That, you know, you have got a content creator in there. A pro is very much stuck in their ways. They're going to go for 99% chances of goals, 95% chances. They know the angles, they know the players inside and out, weak foot skill moves, who can shoot from a certain area. When you do have that content creator in there, it's a roll of the dice at times, and sometimes you roll a 6. Unpredictability
is powerful in these matches, because everyone's used to playing a particular way, patterns of play, and sort of how the game transpires. But when you've got someone who mixes it up a little bit, who takes finesse shots, who takes shots from more acute angles, you definitely do get a real sort of a mix-up in the approach in the final third.
Well, they have to be a little bit picky for the Serbians. When they go down by a goal, they often do struggle to pull the game back in their favour. Elastico Mbappe. Nicely done, Ginola. One more R9, reverse Elastico.
Had to go
That's
wide.
a massive tackle there. It was time green as well. They could have caused a headache at the back.
Had to go to the extra pass, in my opinion.
Not done yet, though. Neymar, cut back. Chance for 2. Brilliant block again. Once, twice, 3 times. Petr Cech called into action at the end.
They'll be disappointed not to come away from a goal from that, in all honesty, the Poles. It was a really good chance, the first one. Just had to slip it in to the left-hand side. Took the shot, blocked, and then a good save from Petr Cech. A save that he should be making. Let's be honest, Petr Cech, from a very tight angle. Frankie de Jong with the finesse. Great save from Petr Cech. Again, it's going to be a phrase that's said a lot over the next 2 legs.
Although he has been, superb, it has still been Edwin van der Sar that's been the star of the show across the 3 days. The goalkeeper to use, the goalkeeper to beat. How do you respond to that level of pressure? It is relentless from the Poles. A team made up of YouTube content creator in Lizek HD and professional player at national level. For Peugeot, he represents Poland in the build up to the Nations Cup that will soon fast be approaching into next year. They just look a little bit more electric in the final third, do the Poles? Seem they've got a bit more about them.
They've literally just come off the back of a game. So they're going to be a little bit more warmed up. They're going to be a bit more fresh. I think it's going to take the Serbians a little while to get used to it. That's a very fortunate bounce. Neymar across the goal. Mbappe will be the receiver. Back in the game.
One thing that they might have in their favour, Richard, they might be a bit slow to start in this game, but they do remain alert. Whenever there's a mistake, whenever there's a hiccup at the back, they are the first to exploit it, the first to jump on the chance, and fair play. The Serbians strike back into the tie. It was a lovely ball across the box from the original mistake. Mbappe says, thank you very much, that's 1-1. And rightly so, as you said, all those chances that have been squandered from Poland can now easily come back to haunt them.
They do play a lot of passes, the Serbians, which come to nothing. But they only need one of those passes to come to a nice conclusion, an over-the-top free ball to hit Mbappe or R9. Then they've got a huge chance.
R9 there, trying to find his way through the box. Big switch of play, Renan Lodi. Nicely done. Here come the Serbians now. Can't find that one. Really well done by Kessie. There's a big Serie A influence in their team for the Poles. It's Tomori linking in with Hernandez, and more importantly, Kessie in the midfield. It's a trio of AC Milan players.
It's what's come synonymous, isn't it, with this Serbian side? The switch of play from right back to left back, even bringing in sort of right back to left wing, those more diagonal pings across the pitch.
And they played part in a very lengthy golden goal period. Finesse from distance, timed it green, straight down. Pair checks throw. Will there be time to play one more attack? That will do us for half time. It's been quite an action-packed first 45 in our loser bracket final here. Winner plays the Hungarians in our final game of the day, the grand final of the V4 Future Sports Festival. But to get there, one of these teams has to take down the other one, which as it stands, we are all square at technically the quarter point in this two-legged game.
Yeah, more of the same, please. As a neutral watching over the game, more of this high-octane, high-tension FIFA. If we can have that, fellas, on the stage, please. It's been a treat to watch the first half of this first leg.
This is your first taster of 2v2 FIFA as well. There's going to be plenty more to come this year in general. It's been a sort of a message story that's been echoed out across the FIFA ecosystem. It's going to be very 2v2 heavy. The global series, which of course is the route to the FIFA World Cup, will happen across 1v1 and 2v2. Of course, the Nations, the Club World Cup mixing in different ways. There is different processes of how you can get to each of those tournaments this year. But there is going to be a lot more of this on your screens. Teams that need to develop, teams that are still right now playing as we speak, grinding out weekly cups, daily cups, dreaming for a chance of something like this, to be honest, Richard. LAN experience on FIFA 22.
Just having that tension,
something to play for,
that pressure, it really brings out the best of you. The nerves. A lot of the famous sort of musical artists or even sports stars say if you're not nervous, you're in it for the wrong reasons. You should feel nervous. You should want to sort of feel the pressure. You don't care if you don't get nervous.
You wouldn't believe it that Ristomir is a free agent as it stands right now. Had a long 3-year contract at Red Star Belgrade before, unfortunately, that came to a close. His teammate is now a content creator at Serbian Football Club. He did win today. As a duo, they've got a very decent duo there. And if anything, I reckon if you're Kruna Alex, you'd come back to playing Pro FIFA again.
He certainly would, yeah. He's not looked out of place. He's really not. I think a few things.
Both of them, Lizek as well.
Yeah, there's been a few moments here and there where it's sort of you've taken a shot from an unpredictable angle, which is a bit too far out, or you've played a pass that wasn't really the right pass. That one there, for example, it's not really going to go over the top, that over the top through ball, but it's been played anyway.
Oh no. Can they get this ball forward now? Mbappe. Here's the pole. Scoop turn, ball roll. David Ginola, what have you got for me? Petchek says another brilliant save. It's parried out for a corner. 25 minutes on the clock. Still all square at 1-1 here in leg 1.
Tell you something I like about the Poles. Every single time a shot or a save or a defensive play has happened, fist bump every time, without fail.
Sort of, I think they've been like the hype group, haven't they? Hyping each other up when anything happens in a game. Their celebrations have been amazing as well when they were trailing by 2 goals at one point against the Hungarians. They've enjoyed that Corona substitution.
And him.
And the game changer, Vinicius Junior. Flip side, fresh legs in the midfield. It's Fofana for Nkunku. Just that one change. De Jong back to Mbappe. He has scored from there from his weak foot before.
They were actually telling us that Mbappe finesse shot when they timed it green. They said the people that were playing against didn't expect us to hit it from there. They didn't expect the finesse shot. And you were talking earlier about the creators bringing that unpredictable element. That is what happens. You have moves, manoeuvres and techniques that just aren't, you're just not used to. It's unorthodox.
And at that moment, it was just unpredictable. De Jong and Kessie linking well. Reverse Elastico doesn't really buy Mbappe any time or space. In or around the box. This is setting up the second leg to be even more tightly contested.
Sort of what we expected, though, isn't it? What we wanted, really. An open second leg.
Ginola. Is there a finesse available? Went for a little dink into the box where Arnhem was waiting. Defended well by the Poles. It will come forward numbers. Vinicius Junior is on the other side of this pitch right now. He's full of stamina. He can cause a problem. He's free at the back post. Mbappe. Reverse elastic. Oh! That's a bit of magic! From the Poles! We talk about being unpredictable. You talk about being unorthodox. Well, no one expected that.
Outstanding work. Reverse elastico inside the box and then hammered the shot with his left foot at the near post. He wasn't going across the goalkeeper. He wasn't recycling onto the edge and looking for a guaranteed. Really, really good skill inside the box. And a solid finish as well.
Slowly but sure, they've really come into their own. They're just saying, you know, we want more from each other. We want to be even better. Massive goal for the Poles. And that's why Mbappe is in every single team. Not just because he's linkable, but because he's so deadly. The 2-1 lead. Could be a slight advantage for them to take into the second leg. Lorente comes on also in the midfield just to freshen that one up alongside Carrasco coming on. With that popular choice that the Serbians enjoy making all the time in the left wing. Tucks that pass well into Arnaud. He's too far out, Arnaud. You want him more in the centre of the pitch. Got to move that ball in. Nicely done. Fofana, fresh off the bench. Nicely done. Mbappe!
It's a great turn.
Corner. Whipped in. Should be a 3 kick. It will be.
Maybe a little floater into the back post potentially here. Not a lot in the box.
Maybe he's going to look for that play. Short Fofana interchanges once and twice with Arnaud. Fofana. Kante. Waiting for the right time to go forward. There's not many teams that have been as patient as the Serbians have.
It's a bad pass. Counter-attack potential.
But with one pass, the key to unlock the door was nearly there. Is he onside? He is. One more back again from the Poles. It's in their hands, really, to throw away possession. Or to maybe use this as the last chance of the game.
Great switch. I don't know if the Serbians are going to get an extra touch on the ball here before full time.
Something similar to what the Hungarians did in their sort of opening games of today. In moments like this, there's no need to give possession away. Just see that clock down, see that time go down. Great press. They might get one more chance in the Poles. Dion can't get around the defender. That should do us for leg one. It's a very, very slender and small lead for the Poles, but the halfway point in this loser bracket final, it's the Poles 2, the Serbians 1.
Yeah, if we look back to the previous matchup, the Poles were leading going into the second leg in the losers bracket semi-final. That was a 1-0 lead, whereas now it's a 2-1 lead. I definitely think the intensity, the quickness, everything about this game right now is much better than the match earlier that we saw in terms of just the whole package. It's played at a much higher speed. It's a much better game as well. The quality has stepped up. I'm very much looking forward to this second half of action.
No, absolutely. We've got a brilliant second half on the way. As we said, this is elimination fee. If you lose, you're out of the tournament. You still get a top 3 finish, €3,000 and a bronze medal. But, you know, you want to be in that final. It's going to be revenge either way, potentially, or repeat for any of these teams that make it there, because they've all played Hungary before, and it's the host nation that sit in that grand final. Only time will tell, though. There is a second leg on the way, and it's on the way after this very short break.
Well, welcome back to the V4 Future Sports Festival. One of these two teams will be getting a shuttle straight out of the venue and leaving the tournament, whereas one of them will be going into the grand final to face Hungary at a chance of the top prize, 11,000 euros, and lifting that trophy aloft.
Yeah, well, they might, of course, be on their way out of the venue very soon after, but they'll have a bronze medal in their hand, which and 3,000 euros alongside, and a top 3 finish out of the 8 teams that came to Hungary. This is a LAN event. This has been a live event across 3 days, and we're very happy to bring you the end of it as we slowly but surely move towards our grand final. Can the host Hungary bring back that trophy and keep it within their hometown, as Gabinho did all those years ago in FIFA 18? Chance early on, back to goal! Unbelievable chance there for the Serbians. I have no idea why that wasn't even on target.
Blazed over the bar, opening, 3-4 minutes, and a chance up the other end.
Oh, he's on. Ginola's in the box waiting. Became a little bit too easy there to predict which way the ball was going to go. But if you have just joined us, it's 2-1 to the Poles at the moment. We're kicking in that red strip from right to left, and they are looking for another goal as soon as they can. Pumped into the feet of Ginola. Marquinhos is there to intercept the ball once again.
It's going to be interesting how the Serbians address this game. That's a very, very bad loss of possession in the middle of the park.
That's
David
nice. But there was a little bit of goalkeeper movement there as well from Czech Republic. It's goalkeeper Petr Cech. Serbians doing very well. That's Bristamir, who's been controlling a lot of that goalkeeper movement.
He's been on top of it.
Yeah, he was doing it quite a lot earlier in the day as well. And these two teams actually did match up. It was a 2-1 win to the Poles across the 2 legs, which, again, this could be deja vu if they were held on to this result. But something tells me there is more goals to come in this one. Neymar bearing down at goal. Ginola can't find the link-up play he was hoping for.
The Poles look really good in this opening 15 minutes, I have to say. They've been on top, they've been pressing high up the pitch, and also being successful in their press as well, winning the ball in really advanced areas. David Ginola with a chance, R9 with a chance in the opening 15 minutes.
Good feet. R9, finesse, why not?
Wasn't timed. And that's why people time shots. Not necessarily because it gives you a better chance of scoring a goal, which it does, but also you can't say I should have timed that, because you have. You're limiting the error and the excuses that you can give yourself, if that makes sense. You're just boosting the odds in your favour of scoring.
And sort of taking out the if, buts and maybes in that conversation as well. And a real speed to all these attacks we're seeing right now. Here's R9, great touch, just offside from the Serbians. It was Ronaldo Nazario.
What do you think was said in the halfway point? We had, 4 or 5 minutes? Seems like the balls have come out flying.
Yeah. Well, I think even points today, other than the game that they did win, Serbia have still got so much more to give us. After what they gave us yesterday, they gave us 9 points from 9 yesterday. Bristamir and Kunaleks gave us so many good performances. They were the best defenders yesterday. They were just crucial, clinical.
They were classy.
And really, yeah, in general, classy. However, it's a couple of nerves today. This is the biggest prize pot that both these two have been involved in. I think when you come into today knowing that if we play well, there's 11,000 euros waiting for us. It's a lot of pressure extra on your shoulders there. De Jong. This is Poland coming forward. R9. Reverse Elastico does well. Still in possession, just about for the Poles. It's De Jong now. Still De Jong, the Dutchman. Oh. He just timed it red and got it all wrong.
And that's some of the... Oh, wow. That's some of the fun sort of that you get with creators being involved as well. Nothing is perfect. It's not all perfect. Is that a red card? No. Surely not.
I don't think it was. Was it the Serbians that made that tackle?
I think it was, yeah, from behind.
He had the crowd go mad, and I think we all thought for a period of time that could have been a red card. Yeah, Krun Alex just say, let's just calm it down a little bit. You saw the goal kick that was rushed, came off the back of the player. Another day that could have been disastrous. There's only a goal in this. Don't get me wrong, I know a lot of the games today have been 2-1s, 1-0s, very narrow scorelines, but they've got to remember that these guys have scored plenty of goals throughout.
So it was for the Poles, the foul.
Must have been, because there's no... It is a red.
It is, yeah. I thought it was when I heard the noise from the crowd. Kylian Mbappe sent off.
Well, that is a situation to deal with, hence why the Poles took so long in that pause. Chance for R9, this would be the ultimate comeback, and what a time to score it would have been.
How big will that goal be? He was being very, very impactful in the game so far, Kylian Mbappe. Now he's sent off for a very rash tackle.
I mean, how do you reshape this team? I'm seeing Ginola on the right-hand side already from the get-go. And you just play R9 on his own up top?
Yeah, that must be it. One striker, Ginola goes onto the wide area. You still play a 4-4-2. I think that's what they were playing before. You just got R9 up top on his own. You've got the lead, so possession is your friend right now, but
they're gonna press high, the Serbians.
Yeah.
And they're going to try and really make the most of this. They've got one less player to deal with at the back. Don't get me wrong, they've still got Neymar, R9 and Ginola to deal with, which will be a handful. But this is an unbelievable opportunity for the Serbians to get a goal back, if not to take control of this game. Nicely done. Chance for the Serbs! Big goal!
Nice beat coming. Since that red card, the Poles have been struggling to keep hold of the ball in the final third. They've lost just the width that they had. Now they can't play into two strikers up top. They've got to go wide originally. Ball turns over. An informed Neymar, right place, right time, left-footed strike into the bottom corner. The Serbians will feel as though this game is theirs.
Well, it's all right when you're leading, Richard, in terms of having 10 men on the pitch, but now when you need to go out and get a goal, it becomes a bit problematic because R9's going to be isolated on his own. He is going to be surrounded. Are they going to be able to find him? Not on that occasion. Half-time. 2-2 the aggregate scoreline. And the Poles only have 10 players on the pitch. It was Mbappe who went into the foul.
Oh, it's certainly an advantage the Serbs right now. They're in dreamland. As you can just see here, what looks to be the changes on the Polish screen. Love to be able to get in and see that, if possible. The in-game substitution menu.
Yeah, if we can get in game and see the side of Poland, that'll be unbelievable. To know what on earth they are changing.
So it looks like R9 up top, De Jong and Kessie as the two midfielders, and then your back four intact. Just one striker being Ronaldo Nazario, and then your wide players Neymar and Ginola. So where Ginola might have been up top before, or Mbappe might have been up top before, they're now as the wide players with Mbappe.
It's not
sitting in the changing rooms.
It's not a great deal you can do, really, is there? In terms of how you can reshape this team, restructure it.
I think if you're playing a 4-4-2, that's the best way to do it. You still have your two banks of four, then you've just got one striker. If you're playing a 4-2-3-1, sometimes you get rid of your striker and you play a right cam, left cam, and your central attacking midfielder. If you're playing like a 4-3-2-1, as I would, 9 times out of 10 you just don't have a striker. You just have your right forward, your left forward. When you get a man sent off, the main thing that you want to do is keep your defence and your midfield as it was. If you've got a midfielder sent off, you put an attacker in midfield. If you've got an attacker sent off, you just play with less numbers up top.
It's good that the Poles are still coming at the Serbians. because they need a goal. But it's going to be a lot harder.
Why would you even go into that tackle?
I wonder who did it. R9. Something here from a set piece.
There's a counter on. There's only one back.
It's a running race. Ginola and R9. Ginola coming back as a defender right now. What's that bomb on your screen? Neymar's there. Is Ginola going to do enough? Scoop turn away. Possession still for the Serbians. R9 ball roll. Does well. R9 nearly with another solo effort a goal. And I think that was Bristamir again, who's done it a few times. He scored some unbelievable solo efforts on a goal. Could be a chance down the other end right now. The Poles driving this one. R9 again. The driver behind this attack offloads it to De Jong. Back to R9. He's on there on his own. Reversal has to go back to De Jong. It'll fall again. R9 defended very, very well.
Really, really entertaining game here. Final 30 minutes, end-to-end FIFA. Huge chance. R9 up one end for the Serbs. It was a counter-attack from the corner, elastico, and then a roulette. And I just thought it was going to pull the trigger, but just enough bodies got back in the way. For the Poles up the other end, they were just lacking another striker in the box to pass to because Mbappe has been sent off.
And also, when you've got R9 out wide, there's no one in there. Other than Ginola, maybe. Or a midfield. That's why De Jong had to get so involved in that attack. Last third of this one. Again, if we are drawing, we could be on our way to golden goal for the third time in a row today.
Then what happens with Mbappe? Does he come back in? Is he allowed to play? Be a question for the admins.
Ball's cued by the Poles. It's Lizek that's made that.
They might just be playing for golden goal at this rate to get 11 men back on the pitch.
I mean, I can't imagine them having to play when they can't play with 10 unless you start the game and just go for the back of someone from the get-go.
I was thinking more Mbappe just not allowed to play in the game.
We'll have to wait and see what the admins say. That's if.
Probably just go and buy him for Messi.
That's if we find our way in golden goal. Poland. It'd be a remarkable story if they pulled themselves out of this and went to win the game in normal time. Neymar. R9. Chance for the Poles. R9 still. Neymar's queuing up at the edge of the box. He'll wait patiently for an option. Neymar potential on the finesse.
Wasn't timed. Didn't have the best angle on it. Couldn't generate the shot power, Neymar, on that one. I think that's what we probably just going to result to if you're Poland right now. Just try and hit these finesse shots, hit these long shots, try and steal something out of the game to send you through to the grand finals. Because the Serbians will create the better chances for the simple fact they can have more of the ball. They could have it in these areas without getting pressed immensely. Because of the extra man, they can use that extra man to their real good advantage. Their number one strength is their possession when they have the football. Now they've got more players on the pitch to be able to pass to.
Deflected in their favour. Chance for the Serbians. It's R9! What a chance wasted!
Did everything he could have done. It was Krunelex with that one. He got inside the box, he got onto his left foot, shot across goal as he looks up to the heavens. What else can he do without putting the ball in the back of the net right there? Incredible game.
Time at green. Would it have made a difference? Who knows? It's a conversation for another day. What a chance it was. Wasn't saved, it just went wide of the post somehow.
10 minutes.
10 minutes remaining. Vinicius comes on. Have to replace that midfielder. No, they haven't. They've gone for one centre mid. Oh, no, they have.
Lorente.
Thought they were going for an extra attacker there. Triple change from Poland. Very good changes as well. If you're Serbia right now, Richard, do you really go for this?
I think you do. This is the best chance you're going to have to win the game before we go into golden goal.
One goal could seal the deal and send you into a grand final. Neymar into R9. Here comes the Serbians now. He was so close to scoring just minutes ago.
I mean, both teams have already lost today on golden goal. I should say the Serbians have won on golden goal, and the Poles have lost on golden goal. So they're probably not that bothered about going into golden goal, the Serbians, but it took them a very long time to get that goal.
A long time.
Nearly a game and a half.
Well, if you're Poland now, you're playing for golden goal to get 11 players back on the pitch.
Or you just win the game now.
I mean, they'll probably look to go for the last chance of the game. All the Serbs get one more chance. They've got to get that ball back first. Added time of a minute. We're halfway there already.
Final chance.
And I think that will do us. Golden goal again. Winners Wednesday, providing golden goal game after game after game. Third time in a row tonight we've been there. And we're going there again, but that could have been a very different story for Poland. They had 10 players on the field after Kylian Mbappe was sent off in the 34th minute. They did bounce back, the Serbians, into the game, but now we need golden goal. It's time for a coin flip this time to find out who will get kickoff in golden goal. I think he's saying, you call it, the Serbs will call it, heads or tails. Let's find out who gets the kickoff.
So that means I had more airtime than me and Brandon today. Who is it? Poland, I think.
This time, I think
Bajot walks
Poland.
away. Exactly. I'll be honest. He walks away exactly the same way he walked away last time. He lost the last toss.
Yeah, and he kept us guessing, to be completely honest. But we have got confirmation that it is Poland that do get the kickoff in that one. This is golden goal now, okay? Golden goal for a spot in the grand final. Could be a harsh way to go out, but they've had 2 legs of FIFA, Richard, to really prove why they should be in the grand finals. They've both had experience in golden goal today. One team good experience, one team bad experience.
Don't actually think they're I don't actually think they're going to have to do anything with the Mbappe red card because it was only a friendly. So it doesn't actually sort of add as a red card. As you can see, we're back in the kit select. We are moments away from getting into the game. Golden goal is looming. The Poles have lost in golden goal today to the Hungarians. The Serbs have won in golden goal today. What is going to give?
It could be the last time we see one of these teams on this stage. It will be the last time we see them here at the 2022. The 2021, I should say. I'm jumping across to that new year. 2021 V4 Future Sports Festival. As only 2 teams will remain after this golden goal. Who will play the host nation, Hungary, in the grand final? Golden goal with the decider here after 180 minutes. Couldn't separate the 2.
Mbappe's back on the pitch.
Did Serbia get kickoff again there as well?
I think they did, yeah.
Why does Bajot celebrate coin tosses? Well, he looks happy at them.
And then Brustamir walked away sad. It doesn't matter, we're in the game now. Oh, the ball.
Chance. Serbians! Oh, they've done it! It's absolute bedlam in that box, and they've done it again! The Serbians love golden goal, and that is what a kick-off difference can make for you. They might not have gone super forward at first. They went right back to left back as they often do. One ball over the top, he peeled off. Serbia are in the grand final, and they will play Hungary again. Looking for revenge this time.
Absolutely incredible. What a goal from the Serbians. He played it out wide and then whipped David Beckham-esque a ball right onto Neymar's boot. All he had to do was just guide it past the goalkeeper. Crooner legs. A Gold 1/Elite 3 player last FIFA is in the grand final of a FIFA 22 esports tournament. What a scene. Look at the reaction.
And these two, they know each other very well. They were former teammates at Red Star Belgrade at once upon a time as FIFA Pro players. This is an unbelievable opportunity for both of these two, especially for Bristamir. He is a current free agent right now. He currently does have an esports organisation. If he wins this, Red Star Belgrade, get back on the phone and get this man a new contract.
I mean, I don't know if we can see the goal actually again, but that was unbelievable. Like, the composure just to edge it past the goalkeeper, the cross whipped into the box. I didn't see that ball being played in behind. He just lofted it perfectly onto his foot. It was like somebody had wrote the script of what was about to happen. Incredible scenes, and we've got our grand final set in motion.
Yeah, first time that Serbia have been invited into the V4 Future Sports Festival. There's been a lack of tournaments for those guys sort of out in that Balkan group in Europe. This is a massive opportunity for them as well. They're going to be in the grand final, a chance to get not only 11,000 euros, but to beat the hosts.
Yep.
They're hosting this tournament in Hungary. What an opportunity this plans to be. Before we do that, though, we have to give a massive shout out to one of our fantastic sponsors here at the V4 Future Sports Festival, and that is CU. For the final time today, please keep sending your selfies if you have been following the action across the 3 days. We want to see you supporting in this final. Are you following the Hungarians? Are you following the Serbians? We want to see your pictures, we want to see your selfies. Get involved today with a unique link that is in the Twitch chat right now. If you do, you might be able to, one, be on the stream for us to talk about you and shout you out and look at your selfie, your smiley selfie. Also, you might win some signed V4 Future Sports signed power banks as well. So get yourselves involved in that for your chance to win. We're off for a quick break now, but Richard, there was 8. Now there's 2. What a big final this plans to be.
It's going to be incredible. Make sure you do not go anywhere. The grand final of the V4 Future Sports Festival is coming up after this break.
Pierdolony, że to jest poezja, naprawdę.